All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. Just making sure that I have everything on. Today is January 17th. It is 10 a.m. and this is Write With Me with Michelle. We're doing beginning writing with AI. Last week we continued on our Magic Shop story, which we're going to do again this week. We finished so far, I believe it is chapter 1, 2, and 3, I believe. I am just looking to see what we have here. Yep, that's correct. Okay, I am just getting logged into my software because I lost track of time for a second, so bear with me 1 minute. Okay, we are getting this set up. I don't know why we said we. I am getting this set up. And I am having an issue with my software. Okay, there we go. Yay, it's working. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you all. Trying to get stuff organized. I actually have, I was playing around with ChatGPT. Excuse me. I was playing around with ChatGPT last night and just playing with some prompts. We're going to try a couple new prompts today and just see how they work. Part of learning to work with AI is just experimenting with your prompts, seeing which give you the best results. So that is what we are going to do. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to switch my view so you see my screen fully. And I am just going to get my Notion slots and everything logged in. I'm just going into here and loading my stuff up. I'm going to auto log so it has a record of all the prompts I used. I'm going to go into my end slots and put those into here as well. Okay, and we're just waiting a minute because it's loading up the end slots. I added a bunch of extra stuff to it, so it might take a little bit longer than usual, but it shouldn't take too much longer. Okay, looks like we are good to go on there. We have our characters, we have our premise, our setting, dialogue style, tone and theme, story elements, outline, a lot of blank stuff I should have moved to the bottom. Scene 1, scene brief, which I didn't label for some reason, outline, scene 2, another scene brief, okay, scene 3, and then scene 4. I've got really lazy with labeling these apparently. But we can work with that. Okay, so we have scene 4. So we're going to actually start off today with scene 5, and I want to try something a little bit different. I have a different prompt that I'm going to be working on. Let me just grab it here so I can bring it onto the screen. I started writing it up earlier, but then I realized, it might be good to just have everyone see what I'm doing with this prompt. So I'm going to move this up over here, and you should all be able to see this document. The text should be big enough. If it's not, let me know in chat. And hello, Diva, Death by Diva. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. So the prompt says, I need your help to continue my story from where the last scene ended. Here's a summary of the last scene. And I took the last scene and I tossed it into ChatGPT and asked it to just give me a brief summary of what the overarching plot. So it gave me, in the magic shop, Max and Jackson search for an exit, feeling an eerie sense of anticipation and mystery. Max discovers a book of magic but finds nothing helpful. They encounter Madame Mesquia, who informs them that all exits are locked and escape is impossible until Mr. Elias returns. Exploring further, they enter Mr. Elias's office and investigate a mirror and desk for clues, but their efforts are fruitless. Max grows increasingly anxious about being trapped and the consequences of his parents' anger. Ivy, a sentient hat and scarf, offers comfort, but is dismissed by Madame Mesquia. Max considers breaking a window to escape, but Mesquia sternly warns against it, citing the danger it poses to the enchanted objects like Ivy. Max, determined to find another solution, comforts Ivy and continues his search for an escape. So that's where we left off. What I had done is, because the story kind of went off the rails, I edited part of scene 4 last night, just because there was something at the end that was going into not just chapter 5, but also adding other details that weren't actually in the outline as well. So I kind of tamed that back. I brought that back in a little bit so that way it wouldn't go off track, which is why I'm trying this prompt. Because I'm hoping this prompt will keep it from going off the rails. So now it wants us to know what we want the next scene to start with. So this is going to be scene 5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually minimize this now because we need to go into scene 5. So we're going to go into my Notion and we're going to go into the outline up here. And then for scene 5, which is chapter 5, they want to gather clues. So they're going to search for clues about the origin. Okay, so here first, we're going to have to put the toys reveal that they are also trapped in the shop and only, let's see, and need assistance breaking the curse on them. Okay, so we have that, and then we have Max and the toys search for clues about their origin. And then they uncover stories and histories of various enchanted items. And then it's the development of friendship and teamwork among the group. So that seems like that could be a pretty solid chapter. We have a lot of good stuff going in there. So I'm going to grab this. And then I'm going to bring this back up here. And we're going to put this in start with. We're going to start it with, I'm just going to paste this down here for a second. We want to start this with Max and the toys. Explore we'll say what do you call it, storage area of the shop. I figure that's one of the few areas they haven't been to yet is the storage area. And then in the storage area, they discover a strange bookshelf. We're going to say that radiates an aura of, what should we put? An aura of, we're just going to say of magic. I cannot spell the word aura today. Okay, so that's how we want it to start. We want it to start with them exploring the storage area and finding this bookshelf. Okay, then we want to list the characters we want to appear in the next scene. Okay, so there's going to be Max. There's going to be Ivy. There's going to be Madame Mesquia. And there's going to be Jackson. And then we're going to say that we're going to say Jackson accidentally discovers the bookshelf is actually a door to a hidden passage. When he pulls a book out to look over. So he pulls the book out, the bookshelf opens up, and they're like, ooh, a magic tunnel. Let's see, accidentally, there we go. So we have that include the following characters, and then we put who we want to actually trigger something in the story. I only need Jackson to do that, because once they do that, they're going to explore the passage. So I think we're fine on that. Address the following plot points. So we're going to put these plot points in here. So the toys reveal that they're also trapped in the shop and need assistance breaking the curse. Then we have Max and the toys search for clues about, about their origin. I'm going to mute for 1 second. Okay, so then they uncover stories and histories of various enchanted items. Let's see, Max and the toys, let's say explore the tunnels inside the hidden passage and uncover stories about let's see, about the origins of each of the magical toys. So they go in there and they actually start discovering things. The toys will start discovering things about themselves. Maybe things they know and are hiding the fact they know. Maybe things they don't know. But that should be interesting. So hopefully it knows that each of these, I don't trust it to know. I'm just going to put number 1, number 2. Where's the other one? Number 3. Okay, so those are the following plot points we want addressed. Main tone and tone and style. we're going to go into our Notion document and we are going to get the tone and style that we used. So I'm going to grab this real quick. I'm just doing it off screen so I don't keep moving things in front of you guys and being all distracting. Get into here. And where is it? Here we go. Tone and themes. All right. I want the style as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. So we're going to put the style of an eerie young adult horror novel, or we'll say novella, similar to, let's see, no, we're not going to do that. We'll say an eerie young adult horror novella. The tone should be playfully spooky, while at times becoming scary. And there should also be, well, actually, we'll keep it that. Tone should be playfully spooky while at times becoming more scary. We'll do that. Okay, please continue the story in a way that's consistent with the characters. Okay, perfect. So we are going to take this prompt and we are going to actually grab it. And we're going to go back into Rexy. So I'm going to move this aside now that I've grabbed it. Alrighty. Where is my Rexy? Here's my dinosaur. I'm going to go into Wordbanger. Okay. And then in here, I'm going to give it, so I'm going to paste this in here so I don't lose it. I'm going to give this my prompt that I was using originally for it to run. So I'm going to run back into my magic shop. Every time I hear that, I think of the, is it Candy Shop? There was a rap song, like I think it was Candy Shop or something like that. They talk, oh, I'm not even going to talk about what they talked about because I just realized what that song is about. Never mind. Okay, going back to this. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. My mind goes on interesting tangents sometimes. Okay, so you are a writing assistant who's an expert in every element of story writing, craft, plotting, and any other tasks an author asks you to help with. We're going to go with that one. We're going to default to that one. And I need your help to continue my story where the scene last ended. Here's a summary of the last scene. Okay. Okay, so we're going to say, first we're going to actually feed it in the characters. Please read. And it's going to be N, let's see. Get back into here, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to do N1. Boom. Nope, I want squiggly. Give me squiggly. Okay, N2. And then, let's see. I don't want to give it too much. I do want to give it the dialogue style. So it's going to be N5 because I want to make sure it sticks to the dialogue style we have. And then we'll stick with N6 as well. Okay, that's the tone and the theme. Excuse me. And that should be good. So please read those. And then we're going to say, I need your help to continue my story. And that's the document I showed you before. Making sure that everything looks good before I hit enter. Okay, so this should be up here. Okay, I need to start with Max. There we go. Maintain tone and style. All right, so there we go. And now we're going to go ahead and, oh, you know what I should do? I should tell it what I want it to run. We're going to run 16K because I have a lot of information in here. And I believe I was doing 0.8, 0.6, I believe. We're going to try that and see what happens there. We're going to update this. Okay, and then we're going to come in here. And we are going to bang. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, so. Okay, there we go. So it skipped right ahead. Max and the toys cautiously made their way through the storage area, their eyes wide with anticipation. The air was thick with a sense of mystery and the flickering light from their lantern. They found a lantern somewhere. Why didn't they find a flashlight? We'll change that to flashlight. And the flickering light. Actually, I like lantern, but no, we can't do a lantern. Little kids should not be playing with fire. So we're going to say the light of the flashlight cast eerie shadows on the walls. As they ventured deeper into the room, they stumbled upon a bookshelf that seemed to radiate an aura of magic. Okay. Max's heart skipped a beat as he approached the bookshelf. His curiosity piqued. Ivy, Madame Mesquia, and Jackson huddled close, their excitement palpable. Max reached out and ran his fingers along the spines of the books, feeling a strange energy emanating from them. Something feels different about this bookshelf, Max whispered, his voice barely audible in the dim lit room. It's like it's calling us. Jackson, unable to contain his mischievous nature, couldn't resist pulling a book out to take a closer look. To their astonishment, the bookshelf rumbled and creaked, revealing a hidden passage behind it. The toys exchanged glances of both excitement and trepidation. Did you see that? Jackson exclaimed, his eyes widening. This bookshelf is actually a door. Madame Mesquia, ever the voice of reason, cautioned. We must proceed with caution. We don't know what lies. Oh no. Let's find it again. Let's see. Okay. We must proceed with caution. We don't know what lies beyond this passage. Max nodded, his mind racing with possibilities. But maybe this is our way out, he said, his voice filled with hope. And perhaps we could find a way to break the curse on all of you. This sounds too adult, so we're gonna have to kid this sentence up after. All right, we'll do it right now. And maybe no, wait a minute. You do not know about the curse yet, boy. What are you doing? Stop getting ahead of this. Max is cheating. He's reading the script ahead of time. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we'll have it actually come out right here. So the toys looked at each other, their expressions a mix of gratitude and longing. Ivy, her shape-shifting form now resembling a comforting blanket, wrapped herself around Max's shoulders. We've been trapped here for so long, she whispered. Maybe there are clues to the curse down here. And we're going to say, Madame Mesquia hushed Ivy with a loud tisk and gave her a stern look. Don't bother the boy with your troubles. He has his own worries. Max glanced between the two and spoke with curiosity. In his voice. What curse? Madame Mesquia sighed and moved away, as Jackson hopped off the bookshelf he was perched on, and grinned. It's a horrifying tale. Are you sure you're up for it? Though uneasy, Max nodded. I am. Tell me about the curse. Okay. Jackson, and I'm just going to simplify this for now. Instead of writing out the entire details about the curse, I'm going to simplify it. And then when I'm actually doing final passive editing, I'll go and I'll put in all the details of the curse. Because as they're discovering things in the story, sometimes things come up that actually give me more ideas to add to the curse. So we're going to keep it vague for now. I always do my rough draft, kind of a bare bones skeleton, and then I move in afterwards and go through and add all the very finite details later. So we're not going to add in all the details. We are going to give enough to where the AI understands this is what's going on. So take this into account when we move on. Let's see. So Jackson climbed up Max's leg to perch on his shoulder and began to tell him about the evil sorcerer who tricked each of them into trading their lives for Extreme magical powers. I'll put extensive. No, extreme. No, we're gonna put vast. For vast magical powers. After taking their lives, after taking their, we'll say their bodies. That sounds really weird. After, let me see, after the sorcerer had their agreement, he turned them into toys and fed off of their life force to grow his own power and trap them in a form they couldn't escape. Okay, that works for now. So that's just a basic thing. Jackson climbed up Max's leg to perch on his shoulder and began to tell him about the evil sorcerer who tricked each of them into trading their lives for vast magical powers. After the sorcerer had their agreement, he turned them into toys and fed off their life force to grow his own power and trap them in a form they couldn't escape. So we'll just go with that for now. Okay, so determined to assist his newfound friends, Max took a deep breath and stepped through the hidden passage. The others followed closely behind. The tunnel was narrow and winding, its walls adorned with faded tapestries and ancient symbols. As they walked, Max noticed that each tapestry depicted a different toy, their story and origins waiting to be discovered. That's interesting. So it's kind of like a who's who wall of all the people who have lost their lives. That's very pleasant. And why is this in Mr. Elias's shop? What are you doing, Mr. Elias? That would actually be a fun twist. Although I think a lot of people would see it coming, so it might not be a twist worth taking, because I think it'd be kind of obvious if the shop owner was the actual sorcerer. Now, if the shop owner didn't know it was there, and say he bought the shop actually from like whoever this sorcerer was, that would be interesting, because then he wouldn't even know what was going on. Maybe he doesn't even realize the toys actually come to life. I kind of like that more. Okay, let's see. Gonna scroll down. Okay, with every step the group grew closer, their friendship deepening. No. I'm gonna take that out because that's doesn't read right. As they delved deeper into the tunnels, they uncovered tales of. I want details about the forgotten magic. Okay, we're gonna have to add details. Add details later. This is just the. I have to remind myself. This is just the bare bones of it. I don't need to add in every detail now because I want to get through the rough draft. Make sure the the bones all line up in the skeleton to form the perfect shape, and then after that, I'll go through and add all the details. Okay, so let's see. Okay, toys looked at each other. Mix of gratitude. We already saw that. Determined to assist newfound friends as they delve deeper. We did those. Okay, as they uncovered tales of forgotten magic. I'm gonna put in here. Add details of each tale uncovered. I do in capitals just so I'll notice it. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of this because we're gonna add more details about the stories. So the more they learned, the more they understood the importance of teamwork and friendship. Each toy had a unique ability or perspective that contributed to their collective goal. Nope, I don't like that wrap up either. You are gone. And that's horrible too. That's horrible too. And that is horrible too. So screw you, ending. You are gone. I do not like that at all. We actually want this to be a story. Okay. So we're going to leave this part like this. And we're going to have it add details. Although we're probably going to need the details for the next chapter. So let's actually grab all this. And I'm going to go in here and just put it in my Notion as scene 5. I'm going to paste this in here just so I have it here. I am not happy with how this scene turned out. I like some of it, but I don't like the end. So what we're going to actually do... Oh, let's play. Let's go into line editor. Let's add line numbers. And then right here... Let's see, where is it? Actually, I did the wrong one. I want this one. Yes, I do. Okay, now we're going to add line numbers. I'm going to have this auto write. Actually, no, I'm not, just in case it's not what I want. Okay, so then line 29. Oh, system message. I want to go and recycle what I have in my word banger first, so it knows what role it is supposed to take. So I'm going to come in here and grab this. I don't know why I did that. I want to copy it, not delete it. Copy this into line editor. Come on, scroll up. There we go. All right, here into line editor, into our system message. Boom. And then we want expand on line 29. Provide, we'll say, 4 stories about origins. Actually, we could provide a origin story for Ivy, Madame. Actually, I don't think that's not going to be allowed to do it because it's not going to be able to reference anything in here. Because it has no way of knowing, or actually does it? I wonder if this can reference notion slots. Only one way to find out. Let's see if it can. Please read N2. We're going to find out. I've actually never tried this. Let's see. We're going to find out together, guys. Because this is something new I have not tried. I've never actually tried to reference these slots in here. So let's process the edit and see if it can. Oh, it did. Well, holy crap. That's amazing. Let's see. Let's let it run. So as they delve deeper into the tunnels, they uncover tales of forgotten magic and the origins of each enchanted toy. One of the tapestries they stumbled upon depicted a majestic forest with a young girl at its center. This was the origin story of Ivy, the shape-shifting toy. I like this. It actually is doing it. Let's see. Okay, so it only gave me Ivy, but that's okay because we can work with this. Okay. So long ago, Ivy was not a toy, but a young girl named Isabella. She lived in a small village on the outskirts of the enchanted forest. Isabella possessed a deep connection with nature and had a unique ability to communicate with animals. Her kind heart and gentle spirit made her beloved by both humans and creatures alike. One day, a powerful sorcerer named Malachi, it's from Children of the Corn, arrived in the village. I'm sure that name exists outside of Children of the Corn, but that's the first thing that came to mind. He was known for his dark magic and his, He was known for his dark magic and desire for control. Intrigued by Isabella's connection to nature, he sought to exploit her powers for his own gain. I like this. Blinded by the promise of increased power, Isabella agreed to Malachi's proposition. To transform into a toy. Let's see. So it actually even tells us how she began to, how her transformation actually began. And I like this Malachi. Like, we're going to actually take Malachi. Actually, let me grab all of this first. Let's grab all of this here. Because I really like this. When I'm going to figure out how each, how they figure out each of these backstories, like what happens, as far as like if they find it in a book, if they find it written on the back of tapestry, whatever. But for now, I'm actually going to grab this. Because this is a really good backstory. I'm sorry, excuse me, let me cough. Because this is excellent backstory. We're going to actually come in here under Ivy. And then we're going to put a area for backstory. No, I do not want you to give me a thingy. Okay, forget that. Backstory. And we're going to have that is the backstory. We're going to take out this first paragraph. And it does tell us that one of the tapestries was depicted in a magical forest. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And we'll just put another. Actually, no, we're going to do this. We're going to actually do this again. Write an origin story. We're going to say for Madame Mesquia this time. And we're going to see if it picks up on this and just continues again like we did the first time. So process edit. Okay. Okay, so it looks like they're gathered around another. Okay, yeah. So, oh, this is interesting. They actually made Madame Mesquia tell her own story here. So she's actually telling them what happened once they come across her tapestry. So I like that. They're moving from tapestry to tapestry, and either the tapestry is unfolding this tale, maybe visually they're having a hallucination, they're all seeing it together. In this case, Madame Mesquia actually tells them about it, which I like. So it's a little bit different, but I like this. I don't know why it's labeling it with the numbers this time, but hey. Let's see. Okay, so they gathered around the tapestry, their eyes fixed on the intricate details that adorned it. The scene depicted a grand ballroom that seems very Mesquia, filled with elegantly dressed dolls and toys. So she wasn't always a toy. Or maybe she was. That would be interesting, actually. Let's see. Let's see why she says she becomes this. Isabella and I were inseparable. We could spend hours together playing tea parties and attending imaginary balls, but as time went on, Isabella grew older and her interest in toys waned. Isabella's parents decided it was time for her to grow up and put away her toys. They packed me and other toys into boxes, stowed away in the attic. Years passed and I remained trapped. Time took its toll on me, and I slowly transformed into the porcelain doll you see before you now. No. Maybe. She's not really cursed, but maybe, you know what? Maybe not all three of them have to be cursed. Maybe she's just there because she had nothing else. While Ivy and Jackson are cursed. I'm debating on that. That's actually good, but I'm not sure if that's what I want. For now, though, we're going to toss it in here. Do I want this as a backstory? Ooh, that actually gave me a great idea. Yes, I do. I'm thinking maybe maybe Madame Mesquia is not exactly the helpful one that she was pretending to be. Maybe she actually works with Malachi, and she's just faking this story to throw them off. I actually really like that little twist. She's actually working for Malachi, and she's going to try to stop them from breaking the curse towards the end. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I kind of like that. Let's see. But I am not going to tell the AI that. Otherwise, it's going to mention she is a traitor like 500 times in the next chapter, even though I don't want it to come out till the end. So we are keeping that hush hush from the AI, because I know the AI will take that and run with it. Okay, so we have her backstory, so that works. And then let's actually do this, and let's ask for a backstory for Jackson. Including how he was cursed by the sorcerer Malachi. Okay, so we have that, and we are going to process this edit. Let's see. Oh, this is fun. Okay. So as they continue your journey through the winding tunnels, the toys stumble upon another tapestry. Big surprise, right? This one depicting a bustling cityscape with towering buildings and bustling streets. At the center of the tapestry stood a small, mischievous-looking Jack-in-the-Box, his face adorned with a perpetual grin. This was the origin story of Jackson. So yeah, we're gonna take out that last sentence because we don't need this to become a grand presentation on stage. We just want the story told. But this is cool because he was a toy. He was not a toy, but he was actually a street performer, and he had a quick wit and endless tricks. He entertained crowds and brought smiles to the faces of all who watched him. Jackson's performances were so captivating that even the sorcerer Malachi, known for his dark and brooding nature, couldn't help but be drawn to the lively Jack-in-the-Box. I like this one a lot. Intrigued by Jackson's charm and seeking to harness his magic abilities, Malachi approached the street performer with an offer that seemed too good to be true. You should always watch out for those kind of offers. And yay, I'm glad you think it's fun, Diva. So the sorcerer promised Jackson unimaginable power and eternal youth in exchange for his agreement to serve him. Eager for the chance to enhance his already impressive performances, Jackson agreed without hesitation. However, Malachi's excuse me, cough again, I apologize. However, Malachi's true intentions were far from benevolent. As soon as Jackson agreed, the sorcerer cast a powerful curse upon him, transforming him into a toy. Jackson's once vibrant and animated form was now trapped inside the confines of a jack-in-the-box. No, he's not. He's a jester doll. We're going to change that. His laughter is silenced and his movements restricted. So we will change this to a jester doll. The curse not only bound Jackson to a lifeless existence, but also drained his life force to fuel Malachi's own dark power or dark magic. I like this a lot. Okay, I'm gonna grab. Let's see. Jackson's spirit remained unbroken despite his cursed form. He never lost his mischievous nature and his desire to bring joy to others, and so he joined with Ivy, Madame Esquia, and Max, hoping that they could find a way to break free from Malachi's curse. Okay, we're gonna grab from Bring Joy to Others. And we're going to grab this part here because I want to put this in his backstory. I actually really like this. This brought like a lot of detail and uniqueness to each of these. So this was actually a really good thing, a really good idea. Okay, there we go. Boom. Okay. So we have that. Let's see. We have about 20 minutes left. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and, as the toys continue their exploration of the ancient tunnel, the tapestries they discovered. Nope, that's too much of a wrap up. So we're not going to use that part. I'm going to go back into Wordbanger. And then now we're going to go into Insta 2, but I'm going to grab this writing assistant thing from Insta. No, I'm not. It's going to carry over. That's dumb. Okay, so then Insta 2, we're going to go ahead and have it read, please read. What are we reading? We're reading N1, N2. And now it's going to have all those extra details in N2, so that'll be fun. And then, where are my notion slots? There you are. Stop trying to hide from me. Okay, N4, because I don't want it to forget the setting. N5, because dialogue style. Although, you know what? I really shouldn't have to do all this because it's already done it above. So let's just put here, please continue writing. Please begin to write scene, what is this, 6? I believe it is. I want to make sure. Scene 6. Please begin to write scene 6 based on the following information. No, we actually don't even need to do that because we still have this in here. Okay, so this is perfect. We still have this in here, so it's just going to go off of that. So that'll work perfectly. So it's going to read that in there, and then I'm going to say, please begin to write scene 6 based on. We're just going to please write at least, let's say 1,500 words, and use lots of dialogue and description. Okay. Okay. Just can't spell the word description. Okay. For the scene. So that should work. Okay, that should work because it's going to read everything above. So it's going to read this Big Bang box as well. And it also will read, okay, yeah, so that should work fine. Okay, so then we're going to start scene 6 with, get back into my outline. Scene 6. Okay, so they go through the hallway. We're going to say a mysterious chamber. So discovering and entering a mysterious chamber, overcoming obstacles to gain access, finding the portal to another world within the basement. Okay, so that's fun. So please make sure the story follows the following details. And make sure and end the scene with the group finding a portal to another world in the chamber. We'll say a hidden portal to another world in the chamber. So I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so we're going to kind of giving it or guiding it how we want it to go. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to come up here and hit let's bang, but I'm going to change this to 2. Because we're in 2, right? Yes, we are. Okay, here we go. Boom. Now we wait as it generates.
No, I
Okay, so here we go. So, the Chamber of Secrets. I wonder where it got that title from. I've never heard that title used before for anything. Okay, so the narrow tunnel seemed to stretch on endlessly. Its walls whispering secrets of forgotten magic and ancient tales. Max and the toys walked in silence, their anticipation growing with each step. Okay, let's see. As they continued their journey, Max's mind raced with questions. The toys, too, were filled with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Okay, so the tunnel opened into a vast chamber. They stood in awe as they took in the surroundings. The chamber was filled with shelves. No, this is supposed to be a locked chamber. So we're going to change that because this chamber is supposed to be locked and they're supposed to be doing things to find. Although, let's see how it goes. Maybe the way it has it set up with it not being locked, maybe that'll be sufficient. So in the center of the chamber stood a large stone pedestal, upon which sat a beautifully crafted golden key. The key seemed to beckon to him, its intricate design glimmering in the dim light. Jackson, unable to contain his excitement, hopped off Max's shoulder and scampered towards the pedestal. "Let me try it," he exclaimed, his voice filled with anticipation. All right. Oh, okay. This is fun. As Jackson reached out to grab the key, the chamber rumbled and shook. Dust fell from the ceiling, and the shelves around them trembled. All right. Madame Mesquia, her eyes filled with wisdom, spoke up. And my thing is going to go up over here, so I have to find it again. Okay, so I left off right here. Yes, I did. Okay, so this is where it ended, just so I remember. Alrighty, there we go. So the narrow tunnel stretch, we already did that. Okay. Okay, what's happening, Ivy asked. Madame Mesquia tells them she believes the chamber is protected by ancient magic. Max suggests they show they are united in order to get through the chamber's protections. Okay, so they all approach the pedestal. Max places the key in the lock and turned it to start pounding in his chest. The chamber rumbled once more, but this time instead of shaking with fury, it seemed to vibrate with approval. Okay, so that was the first obstacle they had just overcome. So they're one step closer to uncovering the secrets of the mysterious place. Okay, so I'm fine with the chamber not being locked because it's actually tossing obstacles in their way. So it's not just like a quick wrap up. So I think that works well. Okay, so they reached the hidden doorway. Max places his hand on the ancient stone, feeling a surge of energy. The doorway glowed with a soft golden light, inviting them to step through and discover what lay beyond. Okay, there we go. So please don't scroll. With one final breath, Max pushed open the door, and the toys stepped through, their hearts filled with hope and curiosity. Okay, they found themselves standing on the edge of a lush, verdant forest, its trees towering high into the sky. The air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers, and the sound of bird song filled their ears. Max and the toys exchanged amazed glances, their hearts filled with wonder. Okay, Jackson says, I think we found a hidden portal to another world. Max's heart raced with excitement as he took in the beauty of the new world. Let's see. I don't like how it wrapped this up. So Max's heart raced with excitement as he took in the beauty of the new world. That's fine. But he couldn't help but feel a sense of hope that they would be able to handle anything tossed at them. Okay, so we'll keep it like that. Because at least that is not a happy little bow wrap-up. It's kind of still a little bit of a cliffhanger because we don't know what else is coming. So I'm going to grab all this to put into scene 6 because that's pretty good for now. Here we go. Page. And this is scene 6. Boom, there we go. And that's actually, I'm curious how long that is. Let's see how long that is. How long it, or how many words it generated for us. I'm just going to toss it into LibreOffice and we're going to see. Let's see, how many words are you? It is 838 words. So not bad. That's not a bad amount of words. Okay, so there we go. And then I am going to actually clear out scene 5 from here. But we are going to keep scene 6 in because it's doing really well with just the scene 6 here in the Big Bang book. So we're going to keep this in here. And this will help it keep on track better, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And then I'm going to grab this right here. We're going to recycle this into number 3. Okay, and then let's see. Please make sure the story follows the following details. So let's go back into our outline. And let's grab this. This is scene 7. Okay, so they journey through the portal. Okay, so this is good. So we want to make sure we have the following details. You're going to journey through the portal to fantastical realm, encountering challenges and strange puzzles and creatures. Please give great detail for each challenge, puzzle, and creature. We're going to put that in parentheses there. And then at the end of the scene, the group is learning about the nature of the curse and its creator. So we want them to be learning about it at the end of the scene, so that way it'll kind of carry over into the next scene. Because the next scene, actually the next scene is a confront. So let's put, at the end of the scene, the group has learned. There we go. That way they already know it for the next scene, because the next scene they're actually going to confront him. So we want to make sure they have all the details they need before they confront him. So there we go. And we already have everything in here that we need. So we're going to go ahead and click Let's Bang. Let's change this to 3. And we're going to let that run. All right. So, oh, I forgot to tell it was scene 7. Let's see. Let's stop this. I'm going to stop this and change this to scene 7 so I don't confuse it. Okay, scene 7. And then now we're going to start banging. That was my mistake. I didn't remember to change that number. Okay, so Max and the toys stood at the edge of the lush, verdant forest. Their eyes wide with wonder. The air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers, and the sound of birdsong filled their ears. They make it seem like such a happy, mellow world, and then probably the whole world just like gonna cave out from under them, probably. Let's see. Ivy still perched on Max's shoulder in her owl form. So now she's in an owl form. Okay, hooted softly in agreement. That's funny because she was able to talk in the last scene. She's decided she doesn't want to talk anymore. Madame Mesquia stood tall and regal, her eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of danger. Jackson, unable to contain his excitement, hopped around in circles, his eyes darting from one tree to another. What do you think we'll find here? Jackson asked, his voice filled with anticipation. Okay, so Madame Mesquia, she says we must proceed with caution. The realm may be full of challenges, puzzles, and strange creatures. Well, thank you, Madame Mesquia. Thank you for that. Okay, we must stay united and relax. Okay, so we're going to take this out. We're just going to say we must proceed with caution once we can edit it. And then Max nodded. He knew that they had come this far and they couldn't turn back now. We're going to remove this sentence. We don't need this newfound confidence crap in there. Okay, as they ventured deeper in the forest, the trees seemed to grow taller and more majestic. Suddenly, a rustling came from the bushes. Okay, so here's the start of something. Madame Mesquia and Jackson stood at the ready. Out from the bushes emerged a creature unlike anything they had ever seen before. It had the body of a lion, but its head was that of an eagle, with sharp and piercing eyes that seemed to see right through them. Its wings were spread wide, and its feathers shimmered with a rainbow of colors. That's fun. Max took a step back, his eyes wide in awe. What is that? Madame Mesquia stepped forward, her voice calm and steady. Greetings, noble creature. We mean no harm. We are on a quest to uncover the secrets of this realm. Okay, so the creature responds, you seek the secrets of this realm. Let's see. Well, Max is just all up front with all these details. You don't know if this guy's a murderer or what, Max. What are you doing? Didn't your parents teach you stranger danger? Okay, so the creature's eyes narrowed and it let out a low rumbling growl. The curse. It is a powerful magic that has plagued this realm for centuries. This thing is still writing. Awesome. And it always looks like more when it's lined up like this as opposed to when it's actually like in page form. Okay. So he tells them that the plague has cursed the realm for centuries, but no one has ever succeeded in breaking it. He agrees to guide them through the realm. Okay, so they continue through the realm with the creature. The trees seemed to whisper secrets as they passed, and the air cracked with a sense of anticipation. They soon came across a narrow bridge that spanned a deep, churning river. The bridge appeared fragile. The bridge sways under Max's weight as he tests it. At least he tested it before jumping onto it. Okay, the bridge doesn't look very safe. Well, thank you, Max, for stating the obvious. The creature nodded. It's a test of balance and trust. And then it scrolls up. So we're going to go back up here. I forgot to put my little stars to separate 6 from 7. Let's see. There we go. There's scene 7. Okay. Makes it easier than having to look through everything. And now I lost it again. There it is. Okay. So there we go. All right. We have about 7 minutes left. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through this. And we're going to look at this. Okay. So we already saw the creature. They already took it as a guide. Okay. So Max says we can do this. Let's hold hands. Takes it one step at a time. They formed a chain with Max holding Ivy's hand. Ivy doesn't have hands, dude. She's a scarf and a hat. Okay. Ivy holding Madame Mesquia's and Madame Mesquia holding Jackson's. With each step, the bridge swayed and creaked, but they remained steady, their grip on each other unwavering. So see, they're wavering like they fall in. No, they didn't fall in. Okay, so finally they reached the other side of the bridge, and their hearts pounding their chests. Thank you for the donation, Death by Diva. Much appreciated. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they came across a clearing bathed in golden sunlight. In the center of the clearing stood a towering tree. Wow, so the tree has gems on it. I would like one of these trees, please. I will take one. Where do I order it? A tree of gems. Like, that is amazing. I would love that in my backyard. The creature nodded, its eyes fixed on the tree. These gems hold the key to unlocking the next stage of your journey, but be warned, they are not easily obtained. Okay, so Jackson suggests that he'll climb up the tree and grab them. Madame Mesquia is telling him no, they need a plan, a safe plan. And then Ivy tells Max, can you use your slingshot to knock the gems down? What does she think he is, Dennis the Menace? Do kids even carry around slingshots anymore? I don't think I don't think I know of any younger kids, like they're around 12. Do they know what slingshots are? I'm not sure. I'm too old to know what a 12-year-old thinks. But I'm actually going to go up here and make these changes we said we were making real quick. Let's see, where was it? There was a couple times where it had just given too much info and was just too outside of the realm of what I wanted. So I'm trying to find those. Okay, so she's just going to say, yes, we do. Or Max is just going to say, yes, we do. And then he'll say, can you help us? And the griffin or creature is the curse. It's a powerful magic. All right, and then creature is their guy. They continue down. I thought Madame Esquia gave way too much information right here. Here we go. We're going to say, we mean no harm. Period. And then the griffin's like, well, you seek the secrets of this realm, because it's pretty obvious if they're there that they're probably looking for something. Okay, so that's pretty good there. And then let's go up here. There we go. So Max and the toys exchange excited glances, heart filled with anticipation. They had solved the final puzzle and would finally uncover the truth behind the curse. As they stepped into the hidden chamber, the woman's form transformed into a ghostly figure. She floated above them, her eyes filled with gratitude. You have proven yourselves worthy, she said, her voice filled with a mix of sadness and hope. The curse was born out of my own darkness, but you have shown me that there's still light in this realm. Okay, Max said, we want to help you to restore the balance of the realm. She tells him there's a crystal hidden deep within the chamber, and it has the power to break the curse, so they have to find this crystal. So that's cool. Let's see. So they found the crystal in 2 sentences. I thought this was going to be a lot more drawn out, but I guess not. Well, I'll have to go in there and add more detail of them searching. Or we could actually probably ask Line Editor to do it. We'll try that. Okay, so they have the crystal. They're on a mountaintop. No, the curse wasn't already broken. Are you crazy? Nope, not at all. They haven't even had the final confrontation. How could the curse already be broken? Okay. That didn't happen either. Okay, we'll say it has the power to stop the one who created the curse. Find it, and you stand a chance of defeating him. Okay. So then we're going to have in here, let's actually toss this into Line Editor again. Let's add line numbers. Let's go over here. Come on, let me scroll, please. Thank you. Oh, that's fun. It took the actual post. It didn't take my changes. So let me come into here and grab my changes. Because that's not very helpful if it's only giving me the unedited version when I just did edits on it. So I'm going to grab this here. Copy it, and I'm just going to paste this into Line Editor. In here. Now we're going to ask for line numbers. Boom. And we're going to wait a second. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have it expand on line 108. Or no, we're going to actually, there we go. We're going to add a line 114 because I'm going to cheat. Wait, 13, 14, 115 rather. Max and the group began to search through the chamber. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to have this elaborate on it. 115. Provide a detailed search. Each of the characters begins to go through shelves books, bottles, etc. in order to uncover the gem's hiding place. And let's see what it gives us there. So we're going to process this edit. Okay, so Max in the group. Oh, we are at the 11 o'clock, so we are going to read this next week. So I will be here Tuesday, 10 o'clock next week. So don't forget to join me. Please like and subscribe this channel. We have lots of exciting things coming out. Elizabeth's doing her Write With Me's. I'm going to be coming back and doing more of these as well. So I will be here Tuesday at 10 a.m. So I hope to see you all there, and we'll continue on this story, all right? You all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.